Can someone confirm if my screen is visible and am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, continue.
Okay. So hi everyone. It's my pleasure like to welcome you all for this demo sessions for this training on Oracle Fusion HCM, and especially on the Sunday morning where everyone have their own plannings and time, and to someone who are still like in the Saturday evening, right, in US. So thank you for joining and taking some time to invest on your future, on your learning, right? So today this demo which we have planned, right, it is for the Oracle Fusion HCM module, right? And then we'll just try to make you comfortable throughout the sessions, and this session will be more of an interactive, as well as we'll try to demonstrate what training will be, what is the course curriculum, and then the trainer will take some like one of the topic, and then we'll give you more add clarity about the how the sessions will go or how the training will be incorporated. So by that I'll just quickly start giving you the further details. So uh, as you can see, it's Learn with CR, right? And it's an initiative of Catalyst, right, Technologies, which is again an IT company. My name Nilay Shah. See, I am a founder of this Learn with CR, and I am by profession I am a chartered accountant having almost 17 years of experience. I'm just I have been involved into this initiative so that we can improve or we can bridge the gap between the trainings which we have seen, or the consultant knowledge which we have seen, and the expectation from the industry. So with that, like Learn with CR, if you can see, right, it's more with an objective to create a learning platform and designed specifically for Oracle Fusion only, and that will be to bridge the gap between the classroom knowledge and the real consulting world. And that's where we just always share to our students. And the approach that we follow is like we just give like we just guide or teach the concept. You should learn the concept, do the practice based on the daily assignments, understand the project requirements, and then you become a interview ready, right? So that is something that USP that we carry with us. So till now we have like almost 300 plus students trained across the trainers. So trainers have trained that 15 plus years of experience across the trainings from the different trainers. It will be fully 100% live and interactive sessions throughout the journey, so that you'll not feel like you are looking at the recorded sessions, right? We are currently working for the 6 Oracle tracks, that is financials, human capital management, supply chain management, procurement, technical, and then OIC. Uh, our journey is more of to like focus on the end results, that is to career grow, right? Or so someone we speak, right, they have their own aspirations, so we try to support them for their aspirations, and then equal efforts we put along with the candidate. Why you should choose Learn with CR? Because the USP that we carry is we always try to give real implementation scenarios. Our consultants or our trainers, they are already having multiple implementation project experience, so they can give you each for each of the topics, they'll give you more about how realistically it works and how real implementation works for that particular topic. So that is something the USP that we carry. The trainings will be live and interactive. Hands-on assignments will be given, which is not only daily, but will give you weekly assignments as well. So now when you are moving or you are taking one initiative to learn something new, right, I expect or we expect that assignment should be also part of that in that training, right? So daily and weekly assignments will be given, and that's where you get an hands-on experience to the topics that is covered, right? So that is something we cover. Once the training gets completed, we will give you one project which will be taken from some real implementations, but it will be named with a dummy and dummy names and everything. So you will at least get some idea about how the project work, how to govern that project, and then how you can configure that. Let's suppose if you get the BR100, right? So how you will use that file to configure in a system. So those all kind of understanding you will get once you complete the training, right? So we'll give you that project as well to complete, and also we'll support you in an interview, like we'll have a mock round of interviews for those who are like freshers or who have limited experience, right? So that they'll feel like they are giving the interview, so and it will benefit them more. Also we will support somewhere where we'll provide you some of the interview questions, like a kind of a standard that we know that yeah, these are the common questions that is asked across the industry. So those kind of things will support you to ensure that the candidates or the students get the real output or the real returns out of their investment. And lastly, future ready Oracle skills, right? So since now we are seeing we are moving towards a new era of AI, right? And that is becoming a part of our whole life nowadays, right? So we also will ensure that you learn something new, you learn something which is apart from the standard routine approach that you follow. So that all thing will be covered, and that's where you become future ready Oracle skilled person, right? Rather than the old school guy who just know how to do configurations and how to complete it. So that is something we always make sure that yeah, our students get these all skills. Moving to the next part, coming to this why Oracle Fusion, I don't need to give that clarity, but just at a high level, nowadays Oracle Fusion is much familiar because Oracle is heavily investing in Oracle Fusion rather than in EBS now. Plus Oracle, like Oracle customers, they are also moving from EBS or on premises to the Fusion, right, which is a cloud version. And also some of the SAP customers or the mid-sized companies, right, they are also moving to the Oracle Fusion. So that's where the real requirement starts. And then another opportunity is like there is not enough talent or enough professional available who has real-time experience, who knows how to configure, how to talk to the customers, how to approach to customers. So that's where this critical gap is something which needs to be fulfilled. And then the market demand. So as you know, there is day in day out requirements comes up and the requirement doesn't fill up as well. So that's where this all are like you can assume that like this is one of the benefits, that if you enroll the training, right, not to us but to anyone, right, that will this all benefits will be there for you. Coming to the next one, why this training differs. So we already mentioned like you'll learn something real time industry scenarios, right? Another benefit that we will provide you the instance, right? So the server which almost cost for if you talk about 2 months, right, it costs you around 15,000, right, total. So we'll give you free as part of this particular training, so that you will do the practice daily on that, on weekly as well, so that you will feel the screens, you will understand the screens, the menus and all, and then gradually you can be part of that particular ecosystem. We'll also provide you like an end-to-end business process understanding, how that particular business works, right? Why that particular, let's suppose if we talk about core HR, so why we need that, what is the requirement, what is the business process behind that. So those all things we'll cover, and ensuring that you understand the structure that is very important for the configuration. And other parts which already we discussed, like resume preparation and interview support, like in terms of mock interviews, will help you in that, so that you can understand. Guidance from the industry experts as well. So we also have certain other experts, like sometimes if you need some help apart from the routine training, we also have the other teams who are working as an SME, or who are working as part of COE. So you can connect with them as well if you need any help. This training which we have set up or which we have created, it's for the few of these folks, right? You can see some of the candidates coming is freshers, like they just kind of pass out from the college, or from their completion of their internship they want to join, or some of the EBS folks who already are working on the own on premises but now migrate to Fusion. some of the HCM folks, or like who are already working in HCM but they don't have that exposure, so they want to upskill their knowledge and then apply somewhere else. ERP aspirants. So some of the inquiries that we receive is are like they're already working as an HR manager or HR executive, right? But they want to convert their career from the end user to the ERP world or to our consulting world. And lastly, working consultants, right? So those who are already part of some other like SAP success factor, right? They want to change to Oracle HCM. So those are also part of this training. This all like same kind of activities, but the point is we will be covering throughout this journey about the core HR, payroll, compensation, absence, recruiting, reporting and security module, integration and AI agents as well, right? So this is again the high level that is captured, but our trainer will give more clarity on the curriculum side. This one thing, like we still are working on the date to be started. We are mostly planning to start the training from next Monday, or if it will be a weekday batch, and the weekend batch we are planning to start from the 29th and 30. So we'll be starting either of the batch based on the confirmation as well, and the training will be fully online. You'll get all the resources on the virtual, on your email and on the SharePoint, so that you can access those. You will get the revisions, like recorded sessions as well, which you can refer once the session gets completed. You will, after 3 hours, you will get those recording on your portal, so that you can just refer that and revise your learnings. Or even sometimes if you missed out the session, you can also opt for that to refer that as well. Also, from our side, we give a support throughout the day, like whatever support that you need. Let's suppose if you need to understand something, or if you are not getting some clarity, or if you are facing some issues in your assignments, you can connect to our team, or you can connect to the trainer as well, so that you can just you don't need to spend time in getting those all resources and all, right? So our approach is basically to consider a practical learning with the real-time exposure and the business understanding. If you have all these three approach, right, then you are already a industry ready Oracle Fusion consultant, be it for Oracle Fusion Finance or supply chain or HCM or any other. But all these three criterias you should be having. So that is what we are focusing on in this particular right. You can connect with us later for the demo session recording, as well as for the fee structure and detailed curriculum, or any career consultation that you are expecting from us. We are happy to help you in that case as well. Uh, just one last point before we move on, right? So we also have our LMS portal, that is learning management software, which will for which we will be giving you an access. So you just need to log into that on daily, and you will get everything over there. Like suppose you need some documentations, you need some working files, you need some access to the environment, you need some recording sessions. And also I'll just quickly take you through that portal as well. So if you see, you just need to log into the this portal like this, and you can just click on my dashboard and you will get the dashboard like this, right? Uh, and then you can use this dashboard to see whatever attendance that you have done so far, how many assignments that you have completed so far, what is the batch number that is assigned to you if you want to join. So all these benefits that will be given, and these are additional benefit than the one training which will be given by the trainer, right? So this is kind of a one-stop solution that we try to suggest or support to the students, so that they don't need to scatter their things and finding the resources and all. They can just focus on the training part. Right. So I'll just take you through post the trainers like once the trainer will complete their part, right? I'll just take you through a couple of more minutes to have a quick look at this portal. And now it's time to give an introduction about our trainer. So our trainer, Gia, she's already working professional, having 10 plus years of experience, and that is a real-time industry experience in implementation and support projects. And that is something which is the need of an hour, because we have seen a lot of professionals are there, but they don't have that experience of implementation and support. So like Gia will be the trainer for us, and she has been training since long time, right? So it's a long time that she has been working. She's taking care of lot of in trainings individually as well as batch for us in the batch. She has hands-on experience working across multiple geographies like US, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, India, and other GCC countries as well. So as we all know, thus all countries have their different legislatives and different laws and rules, right? So she has already been working on, or she has worked on all these regions. So that is something very good for us, that she will work for you. She'll support you whenever you need any help in terms of understanding for any specific region as well. And apart from that, her experience also covers end-to-end implementation support, trainees, practical exposures to how HCM is actually implemented, configured, tested, and supported in real world projects. So that is the end achievement or end goal that we all carry, and the same we are supporting to you, to students for sure. So I'll just hand it over now to Gia so that she can take it forward from this on. Gia.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Nilay. So thank you everyone for joining this demo session. Let me share my screen and then we can get started. Like when then we can look into what is Oracle HCM Fusion and how it is being evolved, and why most of our customers are moving from EBS, Workday, or SAP from to the Fusion system. I hope my screen is visible now.
Yes, it is visible.
Let me enlarge the. Yeah. So if you check the slide itself, it is being written what is Fusion application. So Fusion application is nothing. It's a basically the group of software application that is being developed by Oracle, and it is primarily for those industries who are of mid-sized or the large side organizations. So why Oracle Fusion is it's high in demand? So earlier what happened, let's think of a case. We are in the year of 2000. So there are multiple companies who are using the multiple systems, right? Every company has their own specific functions of management. They do work for supply chain, they do work for human capital management, they do work for operations, they do work for finance, right? But what happened earlier, like 2011 on, like before 2011, customer wanted, like the customer, if they are using multiple functions of management, of course all the industry will have their functions of management. If they are using their functions of management, they need to purchase a different system for each of their requirement, because one system was not enough to surprise the requirement of the customer. So that's how Oracle Fusion or the Fusion application find out the gap, and they created the new system that, and they call it as a Fusion application. As the word itself says, it Fusion mean it's a combination of all softwares and all the product areas. Now, if I talk about the product areas that Oracle Fusion support human capital management, it supports supply chain management, it support the financial management, it also support the portfolio management, it also support the goal and performance management. That's again being the part of the HCM side. So those sort of product areas are being provided by the Fusion application. Now, if I also talk about what are product areas, and before moving to the product areas, this is how the look and feel of the system will look like. Now, if you see, this is the screen of the for your laptop. This is how it will look like. This is the screen of your tablet. This is the screen of your mobile. Now, Oracle Fusion System also provide you the feasibility to open the system anywhere from any place in India or outside India, just with the help of your credentials. If you have the credentials with you or the login ID and password, you can able to log in the system anywhere in India. But what happened prior to this model or prior to this Fusion application, we will have an on-premises model. So on-premises model is nothing where as a customer or as an employee, we need to be there in the office premises in order to log in into the application, or we need to there into the office nearby location in order to access that application. Oracle also identified this problem, and they created a cloud application. So now anyone in India or outside India can able to log in with the Fusion application. Now, if you see, this is how the evaluation part of the Fusion. Earlier, we do have a multiple software. We have a Oracle e-business suite. We have a Oracle PeopleSoft. We have a Oracle JD Edward, Oracle JD Edward Board, Oracle Siebel. Now, if you notice, each of the systems and each of the software that they have is good in any one of the functions of the management, right? So, e-business suite is very good in finance, but it does not fulfill all the requirement of HR part. Similarly, Hyperion is a software that was very good in the reporting side, but that does not help in the finance. Even though finance is there, but that is not something that fulfill the requirement of the customer itself. So customer anyhow need to go and purchase another system if they want to use the finance in the organization. Similarly, we do have a Siebel. We also have a PeopleSoft there. Again, PeopleSoft was very giant in HRMS process that we also call it a human capital management. Oracle identified this gap and they upgraded into in all these of like all these softwares, whatever was the good part of those software. They collected all those good part and upgraded that software into the new software, and they call it as a Fusion application. So this is how the Fusion application being evolved over the period of time. Now, if I move further to my further slide, now if you notice, I have also written who can able to access the Fusion system. So as I mentioned, we do have our two models there, cloud model and on-premises model. Right now, on-premises model are not in use. Primarily, we are using the cloud model. Why? Because on-premises model, there are certain restrictions of the on-premises model. Person needs to be there in the nearby office location or the in the office premises in order to access the system itself. But in the cloud model, anyone can able to access the system, anyone can able to maintain the system, anyone can able to access the any from anywhere in India or any place. Like just that they require the credential or they require the user access. Okay. Now, even the cloud system is something that like who can able to maintain it. Even the Oracle can maintain on the behalf of the customer, and even the company itself can manage on their own self. Why they need to maintain it? Because there are so many things in the software. Let's say if we talk about a software, the software require a data centers, so that where we place the data, right? Similarly, what Oracle provide, Oracle gives you the option to their customer. Either you can maintain your data, or you can give us the option to maintain your data on your behalf. Now, in the Oracle Fusion system, there are multiple softwares as well. If you check it out here, it is being written as yes by SaaS application from Oracle Fusion. Okay. Do we need application alone? Do we require a SaaS model? Like there are three models are there. Primarily three models are there. That is SaaS model, PaaS model, IaaS model. SaaS model is nothing. This basically the software as a service. PaaS model is nothing. It's the platform as a service. Now we also have a IaaS model, that is infrastructure as a service. We will discuss in detail about these models in our later session. Okay, but let's understand this way. We do have a different models. Right now, Oracle provide you the feasibility to their customer. They can go for any of the models. Now, if you also see in this slide, it is also being written. The cloud is something that is who will maintain it, either Oracle. Oracle can use the application, their SaaS model or their PaaS and IaaS model, or company can itself maintain the application. So at that time, if they are maintaining their application, they require their own data centers. So Oracle will not be given their own data centers. Now, it will provide the option to the customer. They can install the Fusion system in their own company's data center. So in that case, they need to purchase the IaaS model from Oracle itself. So this is how the different sort of models and the requirement is being fulfilled by the customer of by the Oracle itself. Earlier, we do not have such feasibility. Even the other softwares, like if we talk about the Workday, SAP, these softwares does not provide that much of flexibility and feasibility to their customers. if you check this, this is how the
Sorry,
deployment
ma'am.
model, as we
Sorry,
discussed, the SaaS model.
Jia ma'am, just a sec.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, if we can just ask if somebody has any questions till
Yes, yes,
now.
of course, yeah.
I just want to check if anyone has any questions or like any clarification they're expecting. Okay, I think we are good so far. Yeah, ma'am,
Okay.
please continue. Thanks.
Okay. Now, if you check about this slide, in this slide, we have written the deployment models. We do have a like IaaS model, PaaS model, and so SaaS model. We will discuss in these models in the again the later session in more in detail version. But right now, just understand this way. If we talk about the SaaS model, can you see there are few columns or few boxes are there in orange and few boxes are there in the green or the blue, right? So whatever are there in the orange box, it simply mean to say that these are the things that others can manage on behalf of the customers. Let's say I am the company called Tata Company. I have purchased the Oracle Fusion system, but I don't want it to manage that system. So I can outsource the resources for managing my own system itself. Or I can also hire the Oracle itself to perform to do the setups or not a setup, just to maintain my system. Similarly, if we talk about the platform as a service, in the platform as a service, two things that is something needs to be managed by the customers itself. That is application and data. Other things will be managed by others. Even the runtime, middleware, server, storage, networking. These things will be managed by the others. Others simply mean to say they will not use their own basically what to say. Let's understand this way. We do have like data. We are creating configuration in the system. Even in the EBS side or SAP Workday, we are creating our data, right, in the system, or we are maintaining some configuration in the system, or we have a data of the employee. Now, in order to maintain the data, we require some sort of data centers to keep that data. Even in our scenario, when we purchase a mobile, we require some storage in our mobile to have our photos or have our videos. Similarly, in the Oracle Fusion system, they also require some sort of storage in order to, to access the system or in order to perform the items on that system itself. So platform as a service provides the feasibility that other things like runtime middleware can be managed by others, but application and data is something that is being maintained by your customer itself. Similarly, we also have an infrastructure as a services. Few things being managed by the customer and the few things are being managed by the others. I know this slide is little bit confusing right now because we have not checked anything in the system yet. Once we move to our training program, we will discuss in detail why these different models are that most of the time you will going to work on the SaaS model, that is software as a service. Most of the employee or most of the resources will work on the SaaS model, not on, even you can get the opportunity to work on the PaaS model. IaaS model is very rare to be used. And as I mentioned, on-premises model is not in use now. Okay. Now, if I go to further slides, this is the product family. When we talk about the what are product families Oracle Fusion Oracle Fusion provide the product family into finance, human capital management, customer relationship management, project portfolio, procurement, supply chain, governance, risk and compliances. Now, what we will focus on? We will primarily focus on the human capital management. Right? Human capital management is something our primarily focus will be on this one. And in the human capital management or in other product families, we do have certain modules. Okay. Now, if we talk about the human capital management, we have a modules like global HR and payroll. We have a compensation, we have a absence, we have a payroll, we have a compensation, we have a recruitment, we have a talent management, and number of modules. Like there are 8 to 9 modules out there. And all these modules have some of the technical items out there. Now, what technical items? We do have some sort of integrations. There are some sort of reporting tools will be there. Some sort of data uploading and downloading tools are there. So we call them as a technical items. Now, what technical items cover? It will cover the inbound integration, outbound integration, and the fast formulas and the extract. This is the part something that is being covered for human capital management. Similarly, what technical item are there in the human capital management? Same technical items also falls in other product families as well. Even the customer relationship management person will use the same technical item like HDL, HSDL, or inbound and outbound integration. But the functionality of the human capital management will differ from the finance and the CR. Okay. Our primary focus will be on human capital management. Now again, it is just a slide like what all product families are there, just a detailed version of it. Now, if you check this slide, it is very key important point. Oracle originally announced their Fusion application in 2005, but due to some delays in their development process, it was released in 2011 onwards. So this Oracle Fusion system is in use from 2011 onwards. So at that time, what happened? Oracle has acquired some of the other software like called JD Edward, PeopleSoft, Civil System, and incorporated some technologies from their system into the Fusion system. So that's how the system is being evolved. Even this Oracle Fusion system can be installed and run in the company's data center. Now the company's data center is nothing, the customer data centers. And it can also be hosted in the cloud computing environment. You can also able to access the system in your mobiles, in your tablet, in your smartphone, anywhere. Android or a Mac, whatever you wanted it to explore the system or you wanted to access the system. You are free to access the system. So this sort of feasibility is also being given by the Oracle system. The Oracle system. If I talk about the modules, these are the primary modules we have. We will go human resource, we have absence, we have payroll, time and labor, compensation benefit, goal and performance management. Some advanced modules are there, recruitment and cloud. Okay. Now let me quickly go to the screen because it seems like a little work listening about the system. It feels like very boring sometimes because it used to happen, right? When we check, just listen, okay, these are things are there and what something we need to do in a system. So let's directly move to the system first and then we can check it out. Okay. Before moving to the system, let's few things we can also discuss in detail. This is the syllabus that we are going to cover for each and every module. So let me go to now, these are the topics that is being covered for the core HR module. If I talk about, we do have a geographies, some configuration items are there, and these are again, they are on the higher level. Again, let's say if we talk about the geography still consists of 3 items. So it is just a higher level. Whatever are the detailed version that still needs to be covered into it. Similarly, we do have enterprise structure, HCM information. This is something we are going to cover. And if you also go down, there are some transactions. Now, transactions are nothing. These are the end user activity that is going to be covered. So let's say if we are working over the implementation project, what we will do, we will implement the system. And the transaction will be done by our customer. Okay. Or let's say we are working over the support role. Right? What we will do, we will try to debug the issues we are facing for the task that we have implemented earlier. So we call them as a support role. Now we do have certain transactions here. We can also check about these transactions. So this is about core HR. If I talk about the recruitment, of course, we do have certain configuration items for the recruitment. So we will check all these items like in our session itself. Then if we move to the compensation, we also do have something for compensation. Like we do have a grade setup, salary basis, individual compensation, increment plan, promotion plan, and there are certain sort of transactions. So we are also going to check about the transactions for each and every module. Now, if I talk about this, we do also have for the payroll that is not being added here. Payroll is the one of the biggest module. If I compare to the other module, payroll is the one of the biggest module. So these are the action item that is something going to be covered for the payroll. We will cover the entire legal entity structure. We will cover the banking setups. We will cover the organization payment method. We will cover some sort of transactions that is being there in the payroll side. or how we can run the payroll processes and how we can generate the payslip for the workers, how the payslip will look like for the employee in the self-services. Those sort of things will be covered in the payroll side. Similarly, apart from payroll side, we do also have some technical item as been mentioned by the Nilay, like we are going to cover few of the items. We are going to cover the security, we are going to cover the workflow approvals, we are going to cover the inbound and outbound integrations. Again, these are the higher level. If we talk about the inbound integration, two tools are there, HDL and HSDL. Again, under HDL, there are few things like some source system IDs, honor, how we create the file, how we create the business object. It is something we will discuss in detail, but this is a higher view, high overview of this training program, what primarily topics we are going to cover in our training program. Now we also have an outbound integration. We do have some past formulas. We do have a sandbox and a strict, and we are also going to cover some of the AI agents. So AI agents is primarily new of the concept in Oracle Fusion system, and they have recently bring up this concept of AI agents. So now this is how the login page will look like. I will enter my username and password, and we can able to log in into the system. Now, if you check, this is how the system will look like. You will see your profile photo. Like if you are the user, you will see your profile photo in the right hand side. You will see multiple tabs are there. Like some me tab is there, my team is there, then my client group is there. Again, me is for employee self service. Employee can able to see what sort of items. So if I go to the me, employee can able to see their pay slips. Employee can able to see their year end document. If I talk about the US market, employee can see their bank account, employee can see their other details, even employee can able to see their personal information. Okay, now if I talk about the my team, in my team, let's say I am the manager, I have two direct reportees, so I can see the details of my direct reportees as well. Okay. Now, my client group is nothing. Basically, this is an admin page where the admin related activities need to be performed. Either the person is a payroll admin, HR admin, compensation admin, those sort of activities will be performed from the my client group page itself. And here only we can also create some AI agents. So if let's say if I'm just going over the down, and if I search here, if I search here just normal AI, if I scroll down, there's a task for AI. Again, the task name and everything will be going to discuss in detail. Can you see configure RAG agents? So we can create our agents here. So this will work the same way how our chat GPT or the Claude or other environment, other AI agents work. What will happen? If we will create a AI agents, we will tag our place from where it should fetch the data so that so whenever we are coming, let's say if I log in with the employee, I just need to go check my payslip. I can just right there give my payslip, so it will automatically give my payslip. Or, of course, we are free to go over the payslip task and then search our payslip. But AI agents also give us the feasibility to save our time, right? So we can quickly write that just give my payslip, tell me my bank payment method, or update my personal details. So those sort of agents, AI agents, we can able to create in our Oracle Fusion system. And again, it is something that is being still in, it's still in progress, or it's still being evolving. So many things are already being evolved and few things are still being evolved by the Oracle Fusion system. And I hope over the period of time it will also get evolved and we will primarily use AI in the Oracle Fusion system. So when we move to our training, we will also create some AI agents here. Right now, we are not creating. What I can quickly show you now here, I can show you one person here. So how the look and feel of the person's page. Let's say I am the HR admin. How I can able to search one person over the page itself, right? So what I can do, I can go to the my client group, click over the person management here. Let's say if I'm searching one person, So this is how the admin can able to search a person. He can able to see the name of the person number, their legal entity detail, what is the job the person belong to, what is the assignment number, what is the grade, location of a person, department. Again, whatever you are checking it here, analyst is the job, Prof 03 is the grade. This is something we used to configure. This is not the delivered one. We used to configure each and every field, even the assignment categories, assignment status, all these things we are going to configure. But the page itself will be there. The space will be there, but how the drop down or how the details will come, this is something we need to configure out in our real time scenario. So let's say if I click over here, I can quickly show you one task, so we can check that out. So let's say if I go down, can you see like there are job, grades, department are there? Let's say I wanted to create one department here. Okay. Ideally I can search the department, what all department are being given in the system, or I can go ahead and create one of my department and we can able to tag it here. So I also click over the advanced here. I'm just keeping it as a not a blank. Again, Oracle provide us with the option to for searching the departments or whatever the application you or whatever detail you wanted it to search, right? You can see the list of departments will come. Let's do one thing. Let's quickly create a normal department, just a basic department, and then we can check it out how it will look like in our employment page.
So just to add here, like I mean, I know all of you already have been working somewhere. So, but these departments are always useful, right? Because every company has their own name culture, naming convention, and then they are using the same department but with a different name. So that's where Miss Gia, like she's showing us this how to create that, and this is how detailed that will be taking care during the sessions as well.
So I'm just going over the department page and creating my one of my normal department. Now it can also happen like there are certain sort of configuration changes, like we need to add the department location, department working address, or department work time and end time. Those sort of things we can discuss in detail in our training program. Right now, I'm just creating a basic department so we can check it out how it will look like in our employment page. Okay. Now let's say again this action region, whatever you can able to find it here, reorganization, that is something we use to configure it. Nothing will be there in the system. So let's say I'm just creating with learn with CR. I have given this name. Now other fields are still there. We can add other fields like internal address, reporting name, some other fields are there. We can discuss in detail about those fields later on when we move to our training program. But right now, let's say I created this normal department because the department name was the mandatory field. So I added it and I will just click over submit here. Just a basic department, just a naming convention I have added it here and can create that out. Once it is being submitted, we can go over the page and search it out, the same department. So whatever the department that is being searched that we have created, we can able to add to the employee. Similarly, it's not just about the department, even the grade, position, location, all those things we use to configure in a system. Now what I will do, I will go to my employment page. Now, if you also notice it here, I am not just juggling between my screen. I just duplicated my screen. I just came over the page and refreshed my page, and I can able to add the department here. Go down, search my department. Let's say if I already know my name, I can search with the name. Else, I will just search with the advanced. See, learn with CR department that is being created. Now, if I click OK, now this employee is tagged with the learn with CR department. And we can just click over review and submit this out. So now this employee department is being updated. Now we can also add other details for this department. Like we can add the location details to this department. We can add the working time to this department. Or we have a feasibility like let's say we just wanted to add the position of a worker of this employee and automatically other field will get populated. Those sort of functionality we can also able to perform in the Oracle Fusion system. Team, if you have any question, please do let me know. We can discuss about it. Else, I am good from my side. So I'm just handing over to you, Nila. You can proceed further. If no one has any question.
Well, I appreciate Gia ma'am, right? So to give us kind of a high level screen review and giving the basic understanding of one of the topic, right? Rest assured, this all topics, whatever she just demonstrated before this, all topics will be covered in detail, including each field, so that you understand why that field is needed and how you use that, right? So that approach that we follow is like for any topics, how to do that, why to do that, and what to do. So these three questions you will get answer for each of the topics, right? And that is the most important thing that you need to learn as well. Um I can see this topic which like specifically this employment, right? So this all will be very much useful when you are also working in a real environment. So I'm thankful to Gia ma'am. I'll just take over the screen, and if you have any questions, please do ask so that she can give clarity on the screens as well. Yes, if anyone has.
Yes. Hi, Nilay. Hi, Jaya.
Hi.
Good morning. I
Hello,
have
hi,
one
Preeti.
question actually.
Yeah.
Yes. Can you cover the UAE payroll in this training?
If everyone is okay, let's say, because payroll is primarily based on the legislation, right? So if every team
Yeah.
member is okay, we can go with the UAE. But
Okay.
whatever the setups that we are going to cover for the other market, let's say if we are talking about the US market, if we cover the US market also, the UAE setup will remain the same, but just the legislation rules will differ. So if every of the team
Wo-
members is okay with the UAE market, we can go with the payroll with the UAE market.
The basic setup is same actually, but whatever is the legislative part that is
Yes,
different from country
that
to
part will
country.
differ.
Okay.
Yes.
So all that three, four countries are major. That is UAE, US, and UK. So
Yes.
is this countries will cover in your training?
See, entire three countries not possible to cover, right? What we will do, we
Only
can take any.
legislative part, that is the difference between basic setup. Can you please cover in this training that?
I can cover it out. Again, UK is something
Okay.
I cannot cover. UAE and the US we can think
Okay.
of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
one another solution is like she can just give you high level guidance, and you can also try your side as well for UK suppose. And then if you
Hmm.
have any question, you can come back so that way your practice will also make you stronger in that particular region.
Yeah. Sure. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Nilay. Thank you, Jaya. Thank you for this
Thank you.
information
Yeah. Thank you, Preeti.
Thank you.
and
I'll
very
just
good demo actually regarding HCM. I really
yeah.
appreciate your efforts.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I mean, we are here to support each and every candidate, right? Just like just to conclude on this part, right? So in terms of program overview, right? So this program will have 18 structured modules, which ma'am will anyways, GMM will discuss later, like once you enroll and once you start, right? But at a high level, 18 modules are there, including the core HR, payroll, absence, compensation. It will not be a theoretical for sure. You also will have a knowledge about security and compliance, right? Because that is something, and again, an important point for user creation or role creation and role based access, RBAC. So that is something also will be covered in that, so that it will be compliant as per the client side, right? And you understand that integration reporting also, as ma'am mentioned, right? HDL, SSDL, right? Those are the very important points for the data loading. So that will also be covered. OTBI is now need of an hour because users are expecting OTBI reports, and that reports are something which you can create as a consultant. So that is something is also expected, and we also support in during the sessions for that. Interview, as I discussed, will be doing that, right? I think that's all we have to cover, right? This is something, an example which I have just covered, but I think let's move in the interest of time. We have a couple of minutes more, and yeah, any questions from anyone?
Hi, Jia.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a question relating to ORC.
Yeah.
If an organization is functioning in two different geographical areas like India as well as US, can
Yeah.
we have a different set of, I mean, based on the rules and all?
Hmm.
I mean, Indian hiring part will be different and US hiring part will be different. Without
Yes.
affecting global template, we can
Hmm.
create both the two entities in Oracle.
Yes. Yes, of course we can.
Okay.
Just that there is one of the setup that we need to enable it. So that once we enable that setup, whatever the legislation rule related to that particular legislation or particular country will get appeared and we can able to utilize it. We don't need to require two different system to work for US or the Middle East or the Indian market. With a single
Thank you.
system, we can utilize it and we can create our setups, and we can also restrict the access based on our security profile so that India user cannot able to see the employee of US user and US user cannot able to see the India users or Indian employee.
And relating in terms of creation of offer letter as well as the process that we
Yeah.
following interview process and everything.
Yes. Yes, Virender, you can go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. So this is right now we are talking about the SCM, that is more on the payroll and recruitment side, right? What about
Yes.
this OTL, Oracle time and labor and all? Is it a part of the SCM or it is a these
It's
are
it's a
the
part of it's a part of human capital management, HCM only. But primarily, I do not provide the training for OTL and benefits. But of course, we can talk about the same with the Nila if any other trainer can help you out on those points as well.
okay,
As a part of our training program, we usually cover the modules that is primarily in use, like HR, absence, compensation, payroll, and the recruitment. OT
okay,
and benefits we usually do not cover, but if there's a requisite requirement from any training, yeah, we can talk about it.
okay.
Yeah. Any other questions?
I think Ajay, if you have any questions.
No.
Okay, yeah, Virender.
No, 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 it is by mistake. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I think if we have a couple of more minutes, I'll just take you to the portal, right? Just in the interest of everyone, so that you get to know what will be offered to you, and how, like, this is something, a benefit that you will be getting. Right. And also, as we discussed, right, we'll be sharing you the recordings as well as the course content and other details post completion of these sessions. Coming back to the, like, the portal, right? So if you can just use this portal for your regular daily things, right? Your attendance will get updated daily, and you'll see the percentage as well as what day you perform or what day you were absent. Aside to that, we will also issue a certificate to you once you complete the training, right? So your attendance should be at least 80%, and then your assignments, whichever is given to you, should be completed as well. So then only we will issue the certificate in your name, and which will be more of a certification of participation, right? Aside to that, you'll get the folder, right? SharePoint folder. So where you can use your all our resources. So currently, if you see, these are the supply chain management batch. So you can just see the resources. Similarly, you will get all the resources like the documents, Oracle documents, and other documents that is available in the public domain. So we can just provide you that for your easy reference. We also will provide you the working file, so that the working file which will be used by the trainer, right? She can, the same will be available here. So you can just open directly from here. And aside to that, you can see the recording as well for that batch, right? So say your recordings will be there. So you can just use that recording. And let's suppose if this is the batch, you can just click on it and you'll get the recording here. So you can open and view that recording as well. So this is what we also offer aside to the normal training, so that you get some time here. Quizzes and all, will also publish the quizzes regularly, so that your memory or your topics will get refreshed, you will get understanding, and these questions will help you to like recall all your topics and all. So we'll give you some quizzes as well as the assessment at the end as well. So you'll get feel of the the real training, right, that you have completed. And also we'll provide you the lab access. So you'll get the lab access here, so you can use day in day out for that lab. And the user and password will given. Whatever queries that you have, you can raise it to the trainer, so the trainer can reply back to you. And that this is just an additional of WhatsApp, right? So WhatsApp is always available, but you can formally raise any query, or if you have any feedback on any notification will be there, that will be given here as well. If you miss out to attend the sessions, you will be notified here, as well as you will get an email. So we try to make sure that whatever you are investing in your skills, right, those all will be returned back to you, right? We don't want like just kind of a one way or kind of a training. So this is, I think, what we saw, right? And at the end, as a founder, or uh, as a founder of this particular institute, right, I also personally look into all this, and whatever feedbacks that you are giving, it always come directly to me. So that way, at least whatever feedback that the students give, right, we always ensure that we implement those, and making sure they make this training a robust. Yeah, I think we have completed the 1 hour, so I will be happy if anybody has any questions. And yeah, I think that's all from my side. If anybody has any questions to ask, if no, then I think we are good so far. I really appreciate everyone's time spending on the Sunday morning. You can reach out to us on this number as well as the other number of mine, but this is my team's number, which they will provide you an assist on immediate basis, and this is the email ID. So we request you to take this forward, and if you really want to enroll, I would request you to just start talking to the team and get yourself registered for this training.